Welcome everyone, this is Pineleaf, and today we are going to have a look at the pre-order package for the upcoming expansion to the Lord of the Rings Online, The Kingdoms of Harad. And I have decided to use this location because I think it is going to be most fitting for the location where we are going. As usual, there are going to be 3 tiers in the pre-order package. This means we have the standard edition, the collector's edition, and the ultimate fan bundle. So which one should you get? It probably depends on A, how much you like cosmetics and baubles and steeds and the like, and of course your budget being the most important one of all. So let's begin with the standard edition, which is the edition that will include pretty much just the content. So you will include all the quests and the deeds, access to the various locations that you have in the update, and all that is going to be released at the beginning of December. They've announced December 3rd as their current projected date, but as usual, they have this asterisk down there saying it could be as much as 30 days later if we have anything bad happening. This will also include the instance clusters and the raid. In other words, anything that is associated with this particular quest area and all what they're giving us. Now, the next item that we'll be getting in there will be a level 150 level up package. So therefore, that means you can take a character that you have, bring that character up to level 150. So it's similar to a Valar. They're not quite calling it a Valar because there's another package later on that they're using the term Valar for. And this is to get you up to level 150. It's going to get you the items that you need in order to access legendary items. It'll give you the flags for discoveries and getting ready for the various skirmishes and instances from the past area, so you don't have to run all over the place in order to unlock those. It will give you the writing trait if you don't have it, and the War Street trait, if you pass by the area for Rohan and all that stuff. So you're going to have that unlocked, but the equipment you're going to get is going to be relatively low on it. If you expect to be leveling up past 150 very, very quickly, as soon as the content opens up, then maybe you don't need all those 150 items to be tip-top shape, just enough in order to get you by to get started in there. So if that's where you're going to operate, then maybe the standard edition and that basic level 150 package will work for you. Of course, if you already have a character at level 150, then you might not even care about the level up package. Now, you also get a title. As usual, there's a title for each of the 3 tiers. In this case, the title is Trailblazer. But that's it. The standard edition is just the content, including, of course, the instances, a single 150 level up package, which gets delivered to the first novice or higher character that you have, and a Trailblazer title. If you want more than that, then you have to start worrying about perhaps the collector's edition. For the collector's edition, we will receive this package for each of your characters that you have. I know, another bag for you to open. If you've got all these expansions in there, then yes, you're going to be having more to fill up your area. Now, when you open this up, this will include, first off, a Vigilant Cobra Bauble. So this is going to be very, very Cobra themed for this particular item here. So we've got a Vigilant Cobra Bauble, and that is right here. That is a frog. This is here it is, a Vigilant Cobra Bauble. This is similar to the Surprise Scorpion that we had in the previous expansion. So there you go. Yes, it's not very animated. It just stays there. Now, if you want a movable Vigilant Cobra, you can also have the cosmetic pet. It is a smaller version of it, or at least if you're a hobbit. And so that will follow you around. So I guess it depends whether you want to stay put or to follow around. So those are the two as, oh yes, of course. And you also get a mount, because we can't forget the mount. Your new mount is also going to be a Vigilant Sentinel, though not a Cobra, of course. I can't imagine riding around in the desert on a Cobra, but it will be something that is quite useful for traveling in the desert, and that is this camel right over here. The camel of the Vigilant Sentinel. And of course, the title is the Vigilant Sentinel. So very, very much of a theme on here. Now, you'll also get a cosmetic outfit. And that's going to be in this little box here. So it gives you all sorts of little things that you'll have with a leather jacket, a shoulder guards, all the usual items that you get in here. So let's have a look at what they look like in them. Here we are in the cosmetics for the Vigilant Sentinel. It looks like that it relies heavily on this mask here. Maybe the mask is designed to help to keep out the dust or something of the like, because I can imagine it being hot in there, and you're certainly not going to be wanting to wear it unless it was providing some sort of benefit to you. So here we are in the outfit there. So now let's see how we look on the camel as we are riding around. Alright, there we go. Now, there is one more item in here that is going to be to everyone, and that's going to be the extra outfit slot. Now, there's an asterisk here, which means that it's going to come out with the release of the content. So, yes, we don't have the extra outfit slot yet, but we'll expect to have that when the content is released in early December. So, that is what we're expecting in the Collector's Edition. Now, note that the first character you log into after getting the order done is going to receive what's called the Improved Expedition Supplies. So these are extra little supplies that you get in addition to the cosmetics, but that only goes to one of your characters, and that particular item just includes a Reputation Acceleration Tomes, 5 of those, Virtue XP Accelerator, 1 of those, 5 100% XP accelerators, and 5 rare crafting components. Of course, that's limit 1 to account on there. And that's everything, I believe, that you have for the middle tier, which is the Collector's Edition. So if you like to collect cosmetics or mounts or something like this, or you just want to be able to ride around in a camel, then this one might be for you. But as I said, if you don't care about all that stuff and you just care about the content, then you might be better off with the Standard Edition. But of course, what if you really like to going overboard with these? Then perhaps there's the Ultimate Fan Bundle. The Ultimate Fan Bundle is lion themed. So let's have a look what's there. First of all, the title that we receive on that one is Leader of the Pride. Now on top of that, of course, we have another box that you get when you choose this particular package, and inside here we've got 6 items in here. First of all, we have a golden lion earring. This is to nice set of stats on here, but it also is useful in getting up to level 150. So there's this plus 25% on XP until you reach level 150. So I'm already level 150, so it is not much of a item for this character. Actually, it is a pretty good earring stats wise, it looks like, on this for this particular character in here. So that's probably going to diminish once I level it past 150 in there. So, alright, so I'll just don that on there even though it's not going to bring me any experience. So we could also get our new milestone skill. We'll have a look at that in a moment. A bauble called What's in the Basket. Okay, well, let's go and see what's in the basket. Anything useful? So there you are, a basket. Well, I don't see anything in there particular. Well, it seems like I see some berries in there. So certainly nothing too oh, well, okay, we've got a... It's not exactly with the lion theme in there, but okay, it looks like you have a dancing snake inside of your basket. So it's a more mobile bauble than the one that we had from the previous one. And we also get a cosmetic pet. Last time it was a snake. This time it's a young camel. There you go. And we are also going to get another mount. This is the Camel of the Golden Lion. So this is where we're going to have our lion theme starting. So here we are. So a nice gold thing shown upon the camel. Of course, probably rides pretty much the same as the other camel, and those probably don't ride too much differently than a horse. But if you feel that you have to go into the desert with a camel, then these are your true possibilities. As far as I know, these are the only two camels that are currently in the game for the point of view of mounts. So I suppose that more are probably going to be added at a later time. We'll just have to see. Of course, we also have a cosmetics box. And this is the various pieces, the Golden Lion pieces of clothing in here. And this will also come with the Golden Lion weapon aura. So let me go and change clothing and see what's in here. Here we are in the Golden Lion outfit. See, this one has a mask as with also, except it has this lion-like shape to it on top of it. Yeah, they must be something to do with, maybe that it's highly reflective, so it's here there to prevent sunburn. Oh, that's another possibility, of course. One possibility, as I said before, maybe keeping sand off, but it'll also be to prevent sunburn, and maybe the little extra heat is a balance out with it, in which case I suspect that when it gets to be night or something like this, you lift the hoods on it so that you could have the fresh air going around, assuming that the purpose of it is for reflectivity, maybe reflective also, maybe to reduce the heat. I will hope, because this outfit looks like it's going to be really, really hot to be in here if that armor isn't highly reflective. Alright, so that is the lion related outfit in here. So what else comes in with this on top of what I've shown you so far? Well, we have a level 150 Valor package. So this is a more deluxe level 150 package. Now you are actually going to get two 150 level packages. You get the one that you get with the standard edition, plus you get this Valor version one here. And this one is much better, shall we say, because this Valor version of the package is going to, instead of giving you yellow traceries that you get in the standard 151, this Valor package is going to get you a few cyans, but mainly purples in there. So you're going to have better traceries than you have with the standard edition version of the package. And also the equipment, I think, is probably better on it. I think it's a step up. I haven't taken a look at the basic 150 level package yet. The character I plan to use it yet hasn't opened it yet because I'm still sorting through all the stuff from the large one on here, while my Guardian is with the Valor Percussion package, and these look a lot nicer than what I'm expecting to get out of the basic one in there. And I think that's it. Let's see. Now, we also have Warsteed Cosmetics for these. Now, I assume it must have gone into the Warsteed area because I have not... Yeah, okay, yes, because here we go. We have the comparison of the golden line. Yes, even if your Warsteed is a... Alright, let's see what we have in here. So if you get the comparison of the city comparison of the like Vigilant Sentinel, so if we pop that on. So yeah, you won't be riding a camel or anything like this, but you will get items that look similar to the ones that we have on the camels that you are getting. Now, you will also be getting on one character, the character you're on when you manage to buy this thing, the Ultimate Expedition Supplies, which is going to, of course, a more deluxe version of the Expedition Supplies that you got in the other package. And this is going to give you 25,000 Virtue XP, 4 Virtue XP Acceleration Tomes, and an Ultimate Carry-All Selection Box. So therefore, any one of the current carry-alls you could take in order to add it to your list in there. So that would be really nice for one of my characters that I have in here. And it's that oh yes, and you will get an additional shared bank storage, 10 slots, bank shared slots that you will get along with this. So if you're really tight on your shared bank storage, then that could be a little bit useful. Maybe not too much on there. So that means there'll also be some Monster Play appearances, it looks like. And finally, there is the teleporter item that you can get. In other words, something that will help you get to Harad. Obviously, that's not coming out until they have the actual content released because the location's not in the game yet. So allowing you to teleport there is, well, not going to be happening anytime soon. I forgot about this little thing just outside of Jarouche. I think the line is at an appropriate place. Now, we do have 2 items left to discuss. One of them is the weapon aura, which is what I've got right here. It's a golden aura. It looks really nice. But, of course, we also have the new milestone skill, which is the milestone skill of the golden passage. So let me turn to the side here so we can get a good look at the milestone skill. And now let's see if I can find a travel skill place where I can go to that's going to be nice and appropriate. I have to avoid the musters because the musters don't use the milestone skill. They use, a special muster one to it. So here we go, Journey to the Hall of Vernazzle. I know that's old for old content in there, but I think it should tell us in there. So I open up this page there. You see all these nice golden letters. Pick one and go. It's good to be out of the sun and into a place that is a little bit cooler in here. And that's it for my little look at the various tiers of the pre-orders for the Kingdoms of Harad, where we had the standard package, which basically includes the quests plus the title and a basic 150 leveler if you wish to bring a character up to level 150 prior to the update. Then, of course, we had the deluxe version, or what they call the collector's edition, and in the collector's edition we have a few more perks in there, especially things related to the golden snake that we have in the Vigilant Sentinel, as they call it. And then finally we have the Ultimate Fan Bundle, which adds a few Golden Lion things. So that probably means that we are going to have some things continuing on with the storyline of the Golden Lion when we proceed to the next area. How likely is that? Well, we're going to have to find that out when they release the set, probably in early December. But that's all I have for you today. And this is Pineleaf reminding you to skirmish responsibly.